Our Middle East correspondent, Ali Bankol, has this report, which I should warn you includes footage of dead children and distressing images from the start.
The chances of a newborn baby surviving in Gaza now are not good. This child is only a few days old and fighting for her life. The bones of her exposed ribcage heave up and down as each small breath takes great effort. She barely has the strength to keep living. Look at how the nappy dwarfs her skeletal body. Her mother is so malnourished herself that she cannot breastfeed, and so her baby is dying because she cannot get the nutrition that newborns so desperately need.
Within 2 weeks, we detected more than 250 patients of malnutrition. This were all detected in the our hospitals, which means that this number of most likely increase in the coming days.
Amjad is 3 years old, but weighs only 5 kilos. His mother stays by his bed all day, helpless to do very much but cuddle her son. Amjad has now left Gaza for emergency treatment with a few other desperately ill children. They were driven across the border into Israel and then Egypt. There is hope that they will survive. That evacuation came too late for this baby. She was born 2 months premature because her mother was so exhausted. And then she starved to death in the only home that she knew, a hospital incubator. Her parents didn't get a chance to name her. Even wrapped in a green shroud, you can sense how tiny her body is inside.
All around are babies here waiting to die, one by one, like my daughter. There is no medicine, no dietary supplements, no treatment whatsoever. We cannot live.
The Rafah border crossing with Egypt remains closed because the IDF continues to occupy and operate in the land around it. The US military pier that has been so ineffective so far has restarted operations again, but a lot of the aid isn't being distributed because of security concerns. Under international pressure, Israel has released images of aid stacked up on the Gaza side of the Kerem Shalom crossing, claiming that the aid is getting in, but blaming the UN for not collecting it. The UN, though, has said that it is often too dangerous to distribute aid and that the organisation is close to suspending its operations. Much of Gaza is now just a network of streets and alleys, lined by high mounds of rubble and the shells of homes and shops. Fuel is scarce, so donkey and cart is the best way to get around, if you're lucky. Otherwise, it's on foot. In northern Gaza, children queue with their pans or plastic buckets, patiently waiting for the daily handout of food. It is well into the summer here now. Temperatures are regularly into the mid or high 30s. Today's meal is plain rice. A couple of scoops will have to feed the whole family. Some of the children thrust their bowls to the front, desperate not to miss out. When it's almost all gone, they scrape what they can from the bottom. Nothing can go to waste. Old or young, war has little respect for age, and it is always, always the most vulnerable who suffer the most. Alistair Bunker, Sky News in Jerusalem.